Hello everyone. So today I'm going to discuss a very important thing which you need to know. If let's say if you are getting some 60 marks, so how to make it 65, how to get the free marks from the CBSE physics board exam. So we are targeting the free marks. So for this free marks you should do few things. First thing is prepare well. Okay, second thing is once you reach the exam hall, you know you will be getting a cool off time. Use it properly, because cool off time is very important, because we know that we will be going to the exam with a lots of tension, and we will be very confused, like okay, I can remember that equation, I can remember this equation, I can remember all the concepts, derivation. So you will be having a lots of things happening in your mind. So during that time you should give some time for yourself to relax, calm, because that is very important at this point. And also you know that in the CBSE exam pattern you will be having 5 segments. First is section A. In the section A you will be having 16 questions and 1 question 1 mark. Okay, another section B also, it is having 2 mark weightage, and in the section C we will be having again 3 mark weightage, and section D is very important. It is case study based. We will be having 2 questions and each question will be having 4 marks. And section E is the high weightage part, that is nothing but our long answer. 3 questions will be there, and definitely each question is having 5 marks. Okay, so this is how the exam pattern, and there will be some some questions will be having the choices as well, not for overall the question paper. So just 1 or 2 questions will have this or question. So first thing is, whenever you are starting your examination, first thing is you should choose which section you are going to start. Let us say if you are just starting with section B, you are more confident with the section B, you can give more answers, and I mean you are very confident about section B, then start with section B. Or let's say if you are very confident with section C, then start with section Z. Do it completely. Don't mix up with the sections, because the major thing is, like, if you are writing 1 question from section 2 and you are writing 1 question from section 3, then section 4, so you know the weightages are different. It will definitely disturb the flow of the examiner who is reviewing your answer sheet. So first thing is you should do the important thing is nothing but decide the section. Okay, and complete the whole section. If you can't complete the whole questions, keep some space. After completing all the rest of the question, you can come back and you can finish it. Don't mix up with the sections. Okay, that is one important thing. Okay, don't jump between the sections. Second thing is, like, whenever you are writing something, you know that one faculty, that one examiner, the one who has examined your answer sheet, they will be reading, they will be supervising, they will be revising, or they are going through many answer sheet like this. So they are not going to read each and every line. Okay, so they will check, they will be having a important point list, so they will just match us with it. So if you are feeling like this point is very important for this question, highlight, or let's say you can just underline. Okay, you can just underline, and if there is any important equations, you can go for marking those equations in a bracket. Okay, so that is also very important. You can highlight the points which will give you a very good impact. Okay, and also when you are doing the numericals, let us say you don't know the answer, you don't know how to do it, but you know some of the equations which is related to that particular chapter, particular topic, write all the equation. One of the equation will give 1 mark, because equation have separate mark. Okay, so this will give you another mark. So it is always, even if it is not for numericals, any question, if you feel like I don't know the answer completely, so I'm not going to write it. Okay, don't think like that. If you are feeling like you don't know anything, but definitely something related to that topic you might know, so write whatever related with that. Even if you don't know the correct answer, write whatever you know, that will give you some extra marks. Okay, and fortunately or unfortunately, maybe that answer may be correct. Okay, then you might be getting some extra good marks also. So it is always better than 0 to get half mark or 1 mark. Maybe that will be deciding your grades and everything. Okay, so equations, if you don't know, the correct equation, at least try to write the related equation which is coming under that particular topic. And while you're doing the numericals, segregate your answer sheet into two. Okay, on the right hand side, you can just do the calculation. So the rough work should be apart from the final result what you are going to write. Okay, don't mix up with the rough work. Again, if you have missed some of the calculation or if you missed something, again you need to do the whole process. So keep some space for the rough work and do it and write the final answer here. And while you are writing the final answer, do not forget to write the unit, because unit have a separate weightage. If you, let's say you got the final answer, that is correct, let's say 90. Okay, and what is this 90? That specifies the answer, right? So if you have not written the equation, the unit, you will lose mark. So always remember, you are writing the, writing the final answer with the unit. Okay, so that is very, very important. Next thing is, let's say whenever you are writing the MCQs usually we will be just write A, B, C, D option. Okay, so more than that, I will be specifically asking you, if you know the reason, just write the answer for, let's say, the first question. Okay, here is the first question. Answer is option A. Let's say that is coming as conductivity. Okay, conductivity. And why? What is the reason? Because of. At least write one. At least you can just write one sentence for the same. Okay, so maybe if accidentally if you have written something wrong, okay, if you have written something wrong, instead of A, suddenly you have mentioned B, fine, you can just write why. What is the reason behind it? That will also help you to improve your score. Okay, maybe, sometimes maybe in a tension, or let's say maybe we were confused. During that time, you can just do this. Okay. Next one is right now we have understood the MCQs part. Whenever you are getting a question, difference between something, let's say nuclear fusion and fission. Okay. So in that case also, you can do one thing. You can go for a table. Okay, you can just segregate. You can go for nuclear fission, nuclear fusion. Like that way, you can make a table. Next one is diagram. Diagram is very important for our physics exam. Okay, diagram should be very neat, and you should draw with pencil, and also mark the direction. Whenever you are going for a questions in the ray diagram, you should mark the direction of light, otherwise the diagram is wrong. Okay, and whenever you are doing any derivation, these diagrams are very, very important, so you have to go for it. And also we know, more than the speed, which one is more important? Accuracy, right? So for accuracy, we are focusing on accuracy. So it is not about I will do the numerical in 1 second, I will do the numerical in 2 seconds. How accurate it is. Okay, so for that, be calm, take your time for the calculation. Sometimes we will have stress, so take some time, take a deep breath and go for the solution. Okay, and as I mentioned, rough work should be separately, you have to do it. Okay, and also you should choose the section wise. Okay, otherwise it will be get messed up with. Also you can just go for, as I mentioned, you can write very neatly, otherwise that will create an impression. Even if you have missed 1 or 2 points also, they will be getting an additional marks because of that impression what you are giving. So all the very best, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye.